Getting wealthy is not just about the money you accumulate. It also has a lot to do with mindset. Join me in my new series, Stop Pushing Back the Finish Line, where I'm going to be chatting about a couple of things that can help you shift your money mindset. If you're new to my channel, I'm Oria Chilwani. I chat everything personal finance and a little bit of lifestyle. Now, please don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. If this content resonates with you, please don't keep it to yourself. Do share it with someone else out there. And feel free to comment what stood out for you the most. Now, without taking any more of your time, today we're going to be discussing defining wealth for you. This is something you've probably heard from a number of people, or if it's your first time, that's okay. But the basis of defining wealth starts with you. And I'm not talking about just an inheritance or a legacy. I'm talking about what does wealth look like for you? Now, this is very different for different people. For some people, yes, it is the houses, the cars, but for some people, it's taking their kids to university. For me, it's making sure that one day I'm not going to be relying on my children to take care of me. It's me being able to give them something back. That's what wealth is for me. But what is it for you? And that's our starting point. You're probably wondering, okay, how do I define it? Where do I start? And it's really simple. Sit down and think about right now where you are in your life. And I'm not trying to go into the big picture just yet. Hold on. I want you to think about if you had to move from surviving where you currently are in your life to living, what does it look like? What does it mean to have an extra 1,000 Rand in your pocket? What does it mean to actually have that degree? What does it mean to you to have that body? And yes, this is predominantly a finance channel, but defining wealth is not just about money. There's a mindset to it, and everything about you matters in this definition, right? So if you've thought about what does it take, so if today where I'm at, if surviving looks like paycheck to paycheck, and yes, this is the reality for a lot of us. It looks like I have to scramble to buy bread. I can barely make my ends meet and enjoy my lifestyle. So what can I do to just increase it even a little bit so that in this short-term period, I can actually live? If living looks like being able to afford an ice cream, and you're gonna laugh thinking, ice cream girl, but you find that sometimes it's actually so hard because we're in this conditioned state to just survive. We don't even know what living looks like. We don't know the simple pleasures of just enjoying our time. So I want you to think about that as we move on to step number 2. I want you to think about your belief on money. This is another thing that could hinder what defining your wealth looks like. If you believe you are never meant to be rich or you are never meant to be happy, definitely that's what you're going to be thinking about right now, because that's all that you've been told or you've conditioned yourself to believe. You need to rewrite the script in your mindset. You need to think about, okay, what is limiting me right now in defining my wealth? Why can't I dream? And I'll give you an example from my life. I grew up without a lot of designer clothes. And to this day, I find it so hard to walk into a store and buy a designer brand just because I had that mindset that it's too expensive. Now, what is that mindset for you? What is holding you back from actually defining what wealth really looks like for you? Step number 3, you need to write it down. You've heard this 1,000 times. If you don't write it down, it's just a wish. But now, the moment you put it on paper, now you've set a goal. You've written down what wealth means for you. You've defined it and it's on paper. Step number 4, how are you going to get there? And now this is where the big picture comes to fit in, because I'm pretty sure you're thinking about the next 10, 20 years, but you probably haven't even thought about your retirement. What does it look like to be still living in retirement? Are you going to go back to survival? Are you going to be a dependent on other people? So you need to also think about the bigger picture as you're defining and writing it down, and as you are structuring what wealth looks like for you. Now that we have this bigger picture as well, we need to have actionable steps to reach each goal. And you're not going to be a millionaire tomorrow. That's not what this video is about. It's about what can you do today to have a better tomorrow. So, what can you do day by day? Break it down into your decades. I hope this video really was impactful for you and really helped you define what wealth is for you. Let me know in the comments below, what is wealth for you, and what are some limiting beliefs that have got you stuck so that you can't even think about the bigger picture. You can only hold on to what you've always known, and that's stopping you from reaching your goal. That keeps you pushing back the finish line and not getting to the wealth you want to reach. Now, that is it from me today, and I hope to hear from you.